About to call Tony Stewart of the Kootenai County Task Force.
Hello?
Hi, is this Tony Stewart?
It is.
Hi. My name is David. It's an honor to talk to you. I've been watching so many videos about the Aryan nations over the past
Uh-huh.
year, year and a half. It's ironic, and then I just happened to think of the idea of, I need an email of someone from the Kootenai County Task Force, and I just called, and then all of a sudden I'm on the phone with you. So it's kind of, starstruck, shell-shocked kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, again, what's your name?
My name's David Brown. I was communicating with Bill Moreland for a few months, probably actually a little while, maybe 6 months, but I'd never contacted you before. But I was hoping to get an email. I was going to blast out some emails of some info on some Aryan Nations members, and I wanted to put your email on there. I also have the main one. The email is about once lived in Pullman, Washington. Now he lives in or around Laramie, Wyoming. So I've got all these emails. The school he works at, University of Wyoming, and all kinds of other stuff. Bill Moreland's on here. So I was just hoping to get an email to include you on the email list. Well, it's not an email list. It's a one-time email. Although I might email again just to ask questions. I have a direct conversation with you as I did with Bill Moreland.
Yeah, my email's causing lots of trouble right now, and I'm not going to have it fixed for another week. So the task force doesn't have an official email of its own. Each member of our board has an email, but I would have to get permission from any of the other board members if they want their email. Also, one of my problems has been, it's kind of an old email, but secondly, I've started getting a huge number of emails, and I've been having to click and unconnect with them from college, universities, all kinds of people. I got 30 from one place, and so even though I'm having trouble with it now, I'm being careful with it. I don't want to get on a group email.
Oh, I mean, how do I phrase it? I'm not like a company. I'm just a guy, and
Right.
I was discriminated against by the Aryan Nations back in 2009, 2010. Although I suspect them of being basically like a branch off group, like the Order, and
well, orders 1 and 2 had connections with Aryan Nations. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've memorized everything. I mean, I should be a member of the task force. Because I'm very well researched. But right now I'm just fighting from down here in California. I'm working on basically a documentary to prove what happened to me back in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
But basically just I didn't want to add your email to an email list. I mean, I just wanted to. I have this email that I'm going to send, one email that I'm sending out because he works at University of Wyoming. So I went through the whole directory. I got every single email that I can offline. There's I don't even know how many lines of emails, but I'm gonna space them out. Got Spokane News, KXLY on here.
Right,
Krem,
other media, yeah.
KHQ.
Well, connecting with Bill Moreland's our expert. I tell you, he's a tremendous expert. Working with him is he for over 40 years as a journalist, he knows all about hate groups all over America. He's excellent. So I'd suggest you stick with him.
All right. That's okay. I understand that. I mean, there's also I don't expect you to believe it because I'm sure you get so many calls from um, the Aryan Nations people or some sort of new formated group basically pretending to be one of us and then trying to get info. So I no way blame you, but maybe you could help me in another way. So anyway, I'll tell you my story. I mean, just a 30-second story because I know you're busy. But
Yeah,
basically,
I've not got much time today. I've got to go, but go ahead, please.
oh, but basically, if you go on the internet and look up David Brown versus WSU, that was me. I'm David Brown. But the court information that they put online is incredibly misleading. It was basically corrupt. I've been targeted by the corrupt government ever since it happened. But basically, I was the victim of a very serious scandal at WSU, and here's what's going on. And I don't know if you'll believe it or not, but it's true. And once the documentary's done and you see all the proof, more than I've already put online, you'll be convinced. But basically, there was a syndicate of members of the Aryan Nations inhabiting jobs at Washington State University in Pullman, as well as Whitman County overall. So, have you read the Turner Diaries?
Oh, I know all about that. Yeah, we've
Well,
done that for years. Yeah.
oh yeah. The so in the Turner Diaries, there's a classification of members of the organization that they call legals, which basically means, and I'm sure you know, it's people who occupy regular jobs in the system, but secretly they're members of the organization or possibly even the leadership group of the organization called the Order. So anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. Everything you're talking about, I'm already familiar with it, and it was our attorney in Southern Baptist Law Center that brought the suit and bankrupt the Aryan Nations. We had all that data. Yeah, you're not saying anything we don't already know about. So
Yeah. So basically, there was a syndicate of members of the Aryan Nations at Washington State University, deans, professors, people in other administrative jobs, the police in both Pullman and WSU Police Department, and people just in Whitman County overall, anti-Semites, white supremacists, basically occupying those jobs. And again, it's one of those things. I never I never expect someone to just believe it, but it's one of those things where it's possible. So maybe just wait till you see the proof, kind of thing. But it was happening, and if you look up a guy named Lenore Foster, he was lynched by them, and it was covered up. If you read into and the email has all the info on Lenore Foster also, as well as a bunch of links to all kinds of stuff to prove that Lenore Foster was lynched by the racists. They made it look like a heart attack. It was not. If you look into everything that happened, it was clearly not. And
well, I'm sorry. I've got to go. I'm almost late but I thank you for calling, but I have to go right now. Thanks. So.
okay, well, I'll We're still there? Hello? 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 Sounds like you hung up, but the phone still says 754, 755, 756, 757. Must have hung up.